They'll either come in and pay, or while they pay the water bill, or, it's like a brush pile pickup.
Yeah.
They pay before we pick up.
Take it to a tire shop.
Is it going down, James?
What?
The number of tires you're at to pick up?
Oh, I don't know, the highest number that we ever had was a little over 800.
We had that. We had 800.
They come forward, because they go.
Oh, last year, for the month of April.
Yeah, and that saved us a tremendous amount of surveillance over the mosquitoes, because that's like the Hilton Inn for them. You know, they got a swimming pool, it's heated. Hollywood works. Yeah. You know, he is a mosquito expert. By the way, while we're talking about mosquitoes, middle of April it starts, so, you know, we've already got that rolling, and, we gotta kick in bad weather, because every week we get it.
Oh.
Thursday, we're on the books for bad weather. Probably the time, it'll change, but the time's gonna be about from 1 p.m. to 8 p.m., that's gonna be the roughest times. High winds continue to be our problems.
A lot of brush put out.
Yeah, because the last thing that we had, that was 77 miles an hour, that was recorded at the base.
Any hail?
Very small amounts. So and what's going on there is like you just start sectioning that 1,000 feet, and those things are going up and down by 30 degrees. And those things also running in different directions. It's crazy when you get in there and start checking it out. It's, you know, but they put up the balloons, and that's how they keep up with it.
We shoot balloons down.
Yeah.
I wanted to update you and let you know we are redoing the lights up at the park. That is ongoing now. If you haven't seen them up there working on it.
You talking about McGee Park? Or one of these little parks, though?
McGee Park. I'm also
That
meeting,
people don't feel safe.
Move on to discuss
I have to.
replacing them, or what? What do you mean by redoing?
yeah, we're replacing the timers and all they're bad on them, on
So
some of the
about
lights.
the fixtures themselves,
Yeah, we're changing the fixtures too.
all its budgeted items?
Close. We have $9,000 for it. It costs $10,000.
Taking it out of their dollar fund.
That's where we'll have to end up doing that.
Okay.
LED lights.
New modern ones?
I think that it's LED everywhere but the ball field highlights.
Is what we've added in was, at the basketball court, we've added 2 LEDs pointed towards the basketball court. And then at the playground area, we've added 3 LEDs pointed in various directions away from the fields, kids' eyes and stuff like that for the sports. We did have to do stadium light repair. One of the lights on the field were out, and on that pole, they did add a new LED security light on there as well. So.
And one good thing about this master plan, and some of you probably don't know this, but the Texas Rangers designated part of McGee Park years ago as one of their fields. Working to get the Texas Rangers involved in some of that, maybe rehab of all that concession stand and all that over there. So we are working on that too at this present time. And I guess I'm meeting with Encore about getting electricity over to JR Park, Lone Star JR Park, and also up on Woolridge. We are working on that too, also as we speak. Other than that, I got enough. I think I've said enough.
Thank you, Marvin. All right, we'll go to item 17, council member questions, comments, and announcements. John?
Marvin, you brought up Woolridge. Is the bike trail and bike track in any form of usable?
Not really. Right now, it's not. That's what we're waiting on this plan, just to see what they say about it. But we've done some work up there on the erosion problem we got up there. Got it, but to get it like we'd like,
Yeah.
that's a part of the Texas Wildlife Grant that we are seeking for when this master plan is done.
Yeah.
And that's a big thing for us to get the master plan for stuff like that, not so much everything else, but that is a big deal.
Well, that was the discussion when we were doing it, was the dirt we were using was gonna erode, because it didn't have enough rock in it. So,
And it doesn't, so.
yeah, okay. That's all I got.
So we used,
Steve?
Yeah, so I've got back in early February, there was an incident, happened to one of our residents who lives by himself, and his cousin sent me a note and wanted me to read it. The situation was this older gentleman had become ill and had become disoriented, and his cousin texts him every day, and he replies, and one day he didn't reply, so this cousin called ROPD and wanted a well person check, and they went to his home, and sure enough, found him in distress, and called the fire department, and they transported him, and the story was all good, so it all worked out well, but this cousin is a former New Mexico State police officer, so he asked me to read this. I am highly impressed with the police dispatcher I spoke with. I think her name is Janet. She was so nice and understanding, also the officers and EMTs that responded to the house. One of the EMTs called me asking for information on this resident. And he says, in your council position, I ask you to publicly acknowledge and thank them for their professionalism and compassion in such a thankless job. And that's when he says he's a former New Mexico State police officer. So just wanted to pass it on to you guys that this was a success
You can
story.
send that to me and I'll
Sure.
print it out and the letter in Janet's file for it.
Yep. So I don't, in a big city, would that have happened? I don't know. I hope it would, but certainly in a smaller city, I think there's a better chance of that happening, and it may have saved the man's life, for all we
Thank you.
know.
Thanks. Leanne?
so, thank you for getting the lights on the park, because that had been going on for well over a year, and so progress and completion is always good. I do want to just remind that the Parks Board agreed that while we're not going to spend massive amounts of money, we do have to maintain. So just want to make sure that is stayed up to par, because if we are having teams play out there, we don't want it to look like total crud, And the bike park came up, and there was supposed to be some, hate to say the word around it, but weed killer going on. I thought the Parks Board said that. You might check with them what their plan was for that.
Okay.
Because I can talk to you afterwards about it. So, but just remember, if we have people coming in, we do want it to look presentable. We don't want to spend a lot of money, but we want it to look presentable until we get it redone. And got to go to TML with Yoli a week or two ago, and very appreciative for opportunities like that, because it does help us learn. And Texas is growing by 1,200 people a day. So we wonder why all the apartments are going up. That is one right there.
And that's why the house prices are going up.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So, but I do want to just continuously put on the forefront of our thoughts as we move into change for council and mayor and all of that, we challenged each other between Parks Board, EDC, and the City Council to be three agencies, entities, whatever you want to call us, that work together and are cohesive for the city. And we have thrown around ideas of joint workshops together, so as we move closer to that time, please keep those in mind, because I think it's very important that we have a shared common vision as we move forward with the city. So, still love River Oaks a whole lot, so for lots of reasons. That's it.
Thank you.
That's pretty short, wasn't it? That's good.
Relatively speaking, yeah.
I think the timer went off a while back.
The only